have a little bit more time. We didn't get the chance because of all the issues to talk about the maps, which are very interesting. And Dust 2 Cache, and the third one is Inferno, basically the usual maps. And I think Rock has the solid chance to do something on Dust 2 because Gplay is not like a super good team on Dust 2, so they actually have the chance to make some kind of an upset on that first map. But I think the rest of the maps will go in the favor of Gplay easily. So I think their best chance to win this match is to actually win the first map.
I
think the pistol is on the way, yeah.
Yeah, pistol's on the way. They just finished knife round. Gplay did win the knife round. We're going to go ahead. Everything should be up and running now. If there's any issues, then I'll look into getting it fixed later on. But yeah, Gplay did take that knife round, and they are going to be sticking on CT side for the first half here. And a first entry frag, or first frag of the game is going to go to Gplay as Zen falls early on. And it's looking like it's going to be a relatively decent hold for counter terrorists until I look and see that they've actually given up A site at this point. The bomb has been planted, and an easy take so far for Rock here on this knife round. So I'm sorry, on the pistol round. So, but with the good retake so far from Gplay, 2 members down, Spy Leader and Dreamer helping out as Razy and Flashy both get dropped. Wadito taking out NKL though. They're dropping the smoke, trying to get that ninja defuse going. And the last 2 members are picked up by Spy Leader and Victor. So very even kills here. Well, even as far as pro games are concerned. 2 early on kills onto Dreamer, 2 onto Spy Leader, and Victor helping out as well. First round's going to go to Gplay on CT side here.
Yeah, it was basically a decent strat. They went for the B stack and tried to get aggressive pick, which they managed to do, and they let go of the long or the A site completely, and that was a good decision because it's not that hard to retake the A site, especially on the pistols. If you have 1 or 2 grenades or 1 or 2 flashes, it's very easy to retake that site, and they did just that, smoke the plant afterwards, and just finished the round with those 2 kills and a defuse, which is a good start for them. You always want to start good on the CT side, so you can have like more options later on. And you did just that, and it's a good start for them.
Definitely falling behind on the CT side definitely puts you at the disadvantage of the terrorists, especially on CT-sided maps, and the majority of them are CT-sided in this game. If the terrorists are able to get an early lead on first half, then that's definitely going to set you up for a pretty frustrating second half whenever you take T-side, and you're going to be under pressure to do just as well as they did. So, but this particular round so far, no entry kills as of yet. We see the bomb and the majority of Team Rock up on Cat right now, about to make themselves known, but a wonderful entry flash there comes down from, I believe it's Spy Leader, who is on site right now. Yeah, Spy Leader gets that flash, and he's able to hold him off for just a second. Doesn't drop, so all 5 members of Gplay are still standing for this potential retake, and they did it last time, and it looks like they're going to do it again. Except Zen coming from behind, dropping Dreamer, but Victor and Spy Leader getting those first 2 kills, and Zen again, though, taking out the other man that was down in CT spawn. But Spy Leader jumping up, grabbing a kill before being picked up by Razy. It's a 2v2 now, bubbled down to 4 health, and Zen coming up with that M4, grabbing the kill onto Victor. It looks like Team Rock is going to be able to secure this as Razy pops out and gets a great shot through box there, taking the second round for Team Rock, and the match has been paused.
Yeah, I mean...
Alright guys, Noob, if you could just shut down the stream.
Okay, we'll be right back with you guys. and switched producers. We are testing to see if it's just on Nooblord's side here, if it's my issues going on. So we've got the stream running from another computer. So hopefully that'll fix the issues for all of you guys, and we will be able to get the game running smoothly for everybody. So we just left off. Team Rock had taken that second round from Gplay, and that's going to be big news for Rock, getting that second round, especially with Gplay buying up after that first win.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an awful decisioning by Gplay to let go of that A side. I mean, I can understand the pistol because they went for the pick on the B side and they had a design retake, but letting go of the A side when you have gun and they have only pistols, even though you're flashed, I mean, there is a second guy who will support you. Just kill what you can, 2-3 people, and just give them the A side after that. And even if you lose the gun, it's not a big problem. They lost completely A side, they lost a man on the middle, and they couldn't exchange because the guy on the middle had scout, and he couldn't kill anybody with that because he's supposed to retake the A side with scout, which is not that easy. And after that, it was all over for Gplay, and it's a good comeback for Team Rock. I think this can boost them up, and even if you lose the gun, it's not a big problem. Decent half. They lost E side if they managed to convert these 2 rounds.
Yeah, very, and that was definitely a good second round take from Team Rock there. They got onto site cleanly, and yeah, it looks Gplay has some weak A-site games so far. I mean, 2 rounds in a row, Team Rock, they were able to just cleanly get onto the site without losing anybody.
Yeah, I mean, the second round was very big, but the first round was like planned. They planned to actually relieve the control of the A side to Team Rock, and it was a good decision then, and it got them the round at the end. But on the second round, if you have 3 players on A, you have an M4 on A, I mean, you have the better position, you have everything, and you just need to battle and kill 2 people and then die. If you fall back, you lose the site, you lose the map control, you lost a man on middle. There is again, I'm repeating myself, but there is again a man on with scout on the middle as well, so it wasn't a very good decision, and it cost them the round at the end.
Yeah, and we'll see if Team Rock is able to take this and run with it, or if they're going to get stopped once again by Gplay, and they're just going to do a bit of a back and forth early on here once we get the game back up and running. And again, guys, we apologize for those issues early on. There have been, not sure what was causing them, but looks like everything is back up and running. Again, well, I don't know why I'm saying this. If you're not able to see me, you won't get anything out of it, but if you are having any issues with the stream, go ahead and give it a refresh real fast, and that should solve the majority of those issues there for you, and we'll be able to see the rest of the game smoothly. Let me see here. Very good. Alright, yeah, and as you can see also here, Team Rock, once we get the game back started, they're going to go for a near full buy-up with Bozo having the Tech 9 and full armor, and I mean the Tech 9 is still considered a pretty full weapon there. It's just a hand rifle at this point, so plenty of damage will be put down from that, and the P250s and USP SPY for Gplay, they're going to need to be saving up if they want to come back from that second round loss, which is pretty bad thing to happen here. So, or at least for them, it's a bad thing. So, I'll have to see.
I mean, just to mention that Tech 9, it's a very dangerous weapon, especially if you get too close to somebody and if you flash them properly. So, it still needs to be nerfed. That moving accuracy, it's still ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the shot speed as well is a big part of it, just how quick.
I mean, SMGs are kind of counter to that. It can help dealing with Tech 9, but it's still dangerous, and the game is back on, so...
Yeah, we're back up and running now, so third round of the game. Gplay took 1, Rock took the second, so Gplay's going to be in a rough spot here financially, so they are sitting pistols only, while Team Rock has a near full buy working for themselves right now. They've got the bomb left near long doors while they scout out and hope for some picks to get a easy entry onto one of the sites here. So far, we've got both Spy Leader and Victor holding those long doors at some pretty aggressive angles, trying to keep Team Rock from pushing in as well as they have been for the past 2 rounds onto site here. Bozo's checking out A site to see if he can catch anybody out of place, but Bubble smart enough to back off and not really take any damage there, and gets the information read that they are checking out A site, but No need to rotate from anyone yet, but Flashy picking out Victor there as he sees him sneaking through those long doors, and the move towards A site begins as Boto picks up a kill, as does Razy again, and a clean entry onto A site. Last man standing is going to be Dreamer, and with nothing but a pistol, it's likely that he's at least going to go out and try to get a few kills and see if he can make anything happen in a negative manner for Team Rock's finances here. Team Rock, very strong gameplay onto A site, great entry frags from them so far, and they're going to give Gplay a run for their money this game.
Yeah, I mean, this round was so carefully played by Team Rock. I think they were expecting full buy pistols and armors and scouts from Gplay, but that didn't happen. I think Gplay is going to save another round after this with some pistols maybe, and go for the double op setup or something like that. And it's a decent decision, because if you have some like good setups for the CT side with a double sniper setup or something, you should use it. You don't need to force, you don't need to risk it and give too many rounds to the T side if you don't have to. So I kind of agree with the decision to not buy armors in this round, and I think they will go another eco after this, and yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty much going to be forced to do so.
They need to focus now to actually kill somebody, maybe get 1 or 2, maybe 3 kills if they can, and then go for the first gun round and the setup that is working for them.
Yep, and this time around, Team Rock with no hesitation putting right out into Long, and we see that Long has just been left completely open. There's no aggressive push or anything, no hold towards those long doors to see if Team Rock can be shut down there with some close-range P250 headshots or anything like that. Gplay just backed off, gave them Long, probably expected them to come through, but they are boosting some members up onto site right now to peek and get that information, and get the information that they need. But the bomb actually backed up and is going to decide to go towards Cat now, and now we see a 3-man stack on site, but with Bozo sitting back on that long platform with the op in hand, he's going to be doing some damage from behind as well. So he gets that third kill there. Phenomenally done by Team Rock yet again, taking that site. It was a save, but some really interesting decisions made. They could have had an easy entrance onto Long, but they had 3 of Gplay members sitting cat and watching to see if anybody was going to cross, and they may have actually taken a little more damage than they ended up taking here if they had stuck with that decision.
Yeah, they played very carefully this round as well, and I kind of respect that, because you don't need to lose your weapons if you don't have to. I mean, just play it safe and save your money, because every gun matters, every full round matters in this game. So why not play it safe? I mean, they did that, and they didn't lost a single man in 2 rounds. So it's a kind of good. They have a bank now going on. They have guns, they have money, and they can execute whatever they want now, not having to worry about the money.
Yeah, and
the pressure is on the CT side, because let's see, one AWP and 4 M4s, but they all have smokes and flashes, so it's kind of a good thing for them, and a nice entry kill from Victor. So
definitely good way for Gplay to start off after those last few rounds of difficult gameplay they had, and a great frag is going to put some major damage onto both Razy and Flashy that were sitting there in tunnel, or in those long doorway there. Man, both brought down so low. Looks like Gplay may actually be able to pull this back in their favor with this round, with both Razy and Bodito dropped this early on. Flashy and Zin just a sneeze away from death at this point. So as soon as they're seen, they're basically going to fall to whoever they come up against, unless they can unless Flashy, first off, can put that AK to use. Zin's going to have a little harder time with that M4A1S, as it's not an instant headshot kill. But at the same time, NKL, Bubble, Dreamer, and Victor, and Victor has it, but Dreamer all sitting there without head armor, so they could get picked up pretty easily by that M4, but Bubble's going to catch out Bozo as he peeks up onto Cat, bringing it to a 5v2 now. The smarter thing for T's here may just be to back up and save, especially sitting this low on health, and so they're quietly backing away from Cat, but they've got Flashy right now watching Pit to see if anybody's going to peek through, and somebody does, but Flashy's not able to land that headshot. Victor picks him up. 5v1 now, and NKL does catch Zin out, but Zin's able to put that op to use and actually pick up a kill there, and he's going to make his way over towards B site and get another kill. Great job from him as he gets Bubble, but he is picked up by Spy Leader, ending the round. Gplay taking that second round win, but still falling behind from Team Rock.
These 2 kills can mean a lot for Team Rock if they manage to take this round and then Gplay would be forced to be eco on the next one. So it's a kind of important round, most important round so far in this matchup. But I mean, it has been only 5 rounds, but still, it can determine so much. If they manage to win this round, they can reset the economy and force them back on eco, and they need to execute their best strat based on the information they have from the CTs. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. What will they decide? They're going for the default setup with one guy in the hallways, in the B tunnels, and 2 guys on the middle aggressively, and there's 2 guys watching long, which I don't really like, because the guy who's that Razy, he's basically not doing anything. He's just holding smokes, and he's pretty much useless so far in this round, and he needs to, like, I don't really like the setup of the T's, because there are 2 guys in the middle battling, and 1 extra guy would mean a lot to them, and maybe could secure another kill, or maybe better exchange if there was any on the middle.
And it looks like they're going to be going for a long push here as they smoke off their entrance and then push out onto the site. They're going to have their work cut out for them, though, as they're coming up against several of Gplay. But Gotso does get that entry frag, and Razy helps out with the kill on Bubble, who was able to pick up a kill himself. So it's a 4v3 now as they make their way up. A Spy Leader pushing up through that smoke. Flashy sees him, though, coming around the edge there, and is able to get that kill. 3v2 now. Looks like it's going to be another good entry, but oh, unfortunate change of weapon choice there by Flashy at just the wrong time. Zen, though, coming from behind and doing some damage as well. It's going to be Dreamer versus both Zen and Razy, and a great flash by Zen is going to completely blind Dreamer starting out here as he tries for this retake on a 1v2. So it's going to be very difficult for him to clutch this if he hopes to, and he pulls out the frag, but peeks out at just the wrong time as the AK of Razy finds his head, ending that round 4-2, still in favor of Team Rock. Man, this map was Team Rock's choice, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, like we mentioned, it was Team Rock choice, but to get back to this round, and I mean, they had a decent exchange. It started, it was 3 versus 3, and then Spy Leader decided to go superhero mode and just pushed that smoke along, and he kind of caused the Gplay that round. I mean, when you're 3-3 and rotation is coming, you have the information there is nobody on the B halls anymore, nobody on the middle, probably all on A. You don't need to push that alone, and he didn't risk it, and he got killed and basically lost the round.
Exactly. There was no need for him to go out and get that aggressive whenever they had already had a pick. He could have backed up and held side a little bit more effectively, I'm sure. But the decision was made, and it cost them. And again, they're getting aggressive. NKL stepping out of those doors right into the crosshairs of Razy for no reason whatsoever. They have no need to be this aggressive when they're this far behind already as CTs. But still, they have Victor sitting in long doors, needing to be aggressive. It feels like they're not learning from their mistakes, and right now it's a 5v3 because of it, as NKL and Victor are sitting back and hoping that their team can pull something off here. Flash coming around the corner, a great spray control there as he's picking up Bubble from a distance with that AK, but Dreamer sitting back and Goose, he didn't check his corners, getting 2 great headshots with the 5-7, but it's still down to a 3v1, so Spy Leader, if he wants to try for a retake here, is going to have his work cut out for him majorly. He's coming up with the P250 on Cat, but it looks like Gplay is wanting another pause here after this round. Not seeing any ping issues or anything like that, so afterwards we'll be stopping the round we'll be stopping the game yet again, but Spy Leader pushing through long right now with nothing but that P250. He does find the M4, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea for him to push any further forward with this. He's looking for some exit kills here, and we'll see if he's able to grab one as they cross through his crosshairs. He does get the kill on Zen, and he says that's enough for me. He's going to back away from long doors now and just save that M4. Good call from him and good gameplay there.
I mean, I can understand the aggressive play in this round for Gplay because they had a mixed buy with some guns and some pistols, and they went for the early advantage. It didn't pay out, and eventually they lost the rounds. But I can really understand the decisioning behind that one. So it's just kind of good decision, but not well executed, and the frags haven't been picked up. And now this pause can actually do good things for me because I'm battling with my mic.
Yeah, we do hear a little bit of a high-pitched sound going on in the background. All right, well, while you do that, I'll talk a little bit about what eFrag has going on in the future. Guys, again, we do apologize for the quality of the stream so far. We weren't sure what was going on with with the server issues there. It may have been, we've had some pretty rough storms in the DFW Metroplex where I am residing lately. My internet is showing to be working just fine, but those may have had some sort of connection issues with the servers. Not sure exactly, but hopefully those issues have been solved for you. We're going to get these mic issues fixed for you as well before the game gets started back up so that you're not all deafened by the end of it, or at least feel like you have what is it, tinnitus or something like that, whichever the one is that you've got the constant high-pitched squeal going on. But we are going to get these issues fixed. And just so you know what eFrag has planned in the future, eFrag TV is going to be hosting the World Championships this year with over 75 countries participating, 45 of those being the European countries, and over 1,000 of the world's best players all competing for a $100,000 cash prize. And so we are looking to get that underway here pretty soon. It's going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal series, something that you can all be proud of, where you can root for your country, cheer them on, and it's going to be exciting for everybody involved. So make sure to follow and subscribe to eFrag TV so that you can keep up with that whenever we get that started. It's going to be extremely exciting. World Championships taking place in Belgrade, Serbia. And it's going to be something that you definitely want to keep up with. So follow, subscribe so that you can keep up with that. And make sure to get in on that Crimson Web Gut Knife giveaway that we've got at the top of the screen as well. If you can't see it, if you're watching from CSGO Lounge or from any other betting site, make sure that you go to Hitbox TV and make an account so that you can get in on that giveaway, get that knife in your inventory. It's a great knife to have. So we're getting the game back underway now. It is still 5v2 or 5-2 in favor of Team Rock right now. Gplay is going to have to pick up their gameplay, but now they're going to have that M4 on their side at least. The Spy Leader pushes forward pretty far onto Cat here, holding to see if Team Rock is going to get aggressive on A. Yet again, we've got two members from Gplay sitting mid-doors to try to keep that push through there, but Bodito catches Spy Leader out early on as NKL pushes out aggressively into lower tons and gets picked up by the gun of Razy, and Zen and Bodito also catching kills there. It's a quick 4v1 now, and Botso's finishing off this round quickly. Very fast round. It was a save round for Gplay, so we'll see if now with this bit of a buy-up, they're able to bring themselves back into this. And Kassad, how are the mic issues going for you?
Yeah, I think it should be better now. I trained my mic, so
much better. Wow.
I'm kind of hoping that there is not that sound again. But anyway, in the last round they went aggressively with that M4, that save, and up on the short, and they tried to get a pick, but that didn't happen again. So every important exchange is going in the favor of Team Rock so far, and that's why they are in the lead now. And again, two aggressive picks, two very important picks for them for this round, and they just need to keep the pressure and get as many rounds as they can on the T side.
Yeah, and they're doing that pretty easily here as Gplay keeps falling to the guns of Rock, even on these buy rounds. It almost seems like Gplay just needs to take a second to slow down and maybe just sit back a little further on site and wait for Team Rock to push. Because with the gameplay that we've been seeing from Team Rock, Gplay shouldn't have much of an issue using the clock to their advantage here and forcing Team Rock to make a last-minute entry if they hold back on these sites. So now that they're down to 3 men, they're doing just that. But Zen was able to hear his Dreamer ran back through upper tons there, and he was dropped. So it's a 4v2 now. Bubble and Victor definitely going to have their work cut out for them. Bubble hears the movement going on mid and not able to secure that headshot just behind Xbox there, but he moves towards B site as his counterpart Victor is sitting on A site. He's going to do his best to hold it here, but he's about to get flashed out. Great pop flash, but he turns from it, but that Molotov is going to do some damage to him, forcing him back into a position where he has to show himself. But a great spray, picking up 2 kills there, actually. It would be a 1v2 retake if Bubble does decide to go for it. It looks like he is going to come up Cat, and he may have an opportunity with that grenade. Is going to put some real damage down, and he's not quite able to secure that first kill, but he gets it. So Botso drops. It's a 1v1 now. From Bubble and Flashy, and Bubble does secure it. Wow, great retake there by Bubble with that 1v2. Flashy drops to him, and Bubble will get the defuse. You got some interesting noises going on right now with your mics.
Really?
Yeah, some background sound. It sounds like just some reverb or something. Not sure what's causing it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so may just want to turn down the sensitivity on it or something like that. I'm not positive. Yeah, it's still going on, and it's hard to listen to. But I'll let you work on that for a moment while we go into this next round. 6-3. Team Rock is a decent distance ahead right now, but now that Bubble's got that op in his hands, we'll see if he's able to hold off Team Rock a little bit more effectively than they have been doing. A great flash, and he's almost able to grab that kill, but just misses over near long doors. Bodito, however, is able to pick up that kill onto Spy Leader. A wonderful headshot through the wall there, but it's a 4v4 now, and Bubble making the smart choice, just going to smoke it off and sit back and see if anybody gets brave and decides to push through that smoke there. But coming through mid, we see Razy getting aggressive, checking to see if anybody's going to look through these long doors at Xbox or if anybody's going to check Cat. And a great teamwork here as the flash comes out, but there's nobody waiting on the other side of that door. They had smoked off CT, faking that B push for just a moment, but they're going to re-smoke it and actually push through now as Flashy comes out, and Buxo actually gets the kill onto Dreamer, but NKL with a great hold just before being picked up by Flashy. Bubble, however, sitting on the other side of that smoke with the op and is able to get the kill onto both, so it's now a 1v2 in favor of Gplay. Flashy is able to get that bomb down, but Victor and Bubble are going to have the advantage on this retake here, as Victor makes his way from Tons. Bubble going to be coming from mid, and Victor's going to be going pretty loudly, but Bubble with a great spray gets that kill onto Flashy, and Gplay is going to take this round as well. Still got that pretty bad hiss coming from your mic, Kassad. And he's going to still be working on those mic issues now, but a great retake there from Gplay. Team Rock did get that plant, so financially they're going to still be in a pretty decent situation. Bozo will be able to get that op in his hands yet again. The AKs will be bought up as well as the full armor and nade buys. So Team Rock not hurting quite yet, but Gplay trying to make this comeback, trying to make a statement that they're not going to let this map go down easily. They do have 2 more opportunities after this potentially, but they definitely don't want to make this an easy one for Team Rock, as Team Rock still snowballing this advantage so far. Spy Leader, though, trying to use that team flash to his advantage. Very aggressive move, and it works out for him. Razy taken by surprise, and it's a 5v4 now in favor of Gplay, so that's definitely the start that Gplay was wanting. And again, some great teamwork flashes going on here as Spy Leader checks out one more time to see if anybody else is getting aggressive towards those mid doors. Not Crosshairs don't find anybody, though, so it's still a 5v4 in favor of Gplay right now. As Team Rock not deciding quite yet what they want to do with this bomb. They do have 3 members pushed pretty far up into and through long doors right now. They have the bomb with them there as well, so if they can get an entry frag onto A site here, then they'll likely be going for this entry onto A site, but they do get shot at with that op from Bubble. Bubble misses, unfortunately, for himself, but they have the information read, know that there's multiple members in long there. And Bubble hears the op shot whiz by his ears, so he knows that he's going to need to be careful, and there is a rotate happening toward A site, and it's a good move, but Bubble waiting for Bozo to get aggressive and jump up there, and he's able to pick up that kill, and a great shot through smoke as well onto Flashy, and a 3rd kill for Bubble onto Bodito. Wonderful hold so far by Gplay, and that's going to be a 5th round in their favor, as Rock falling a little bit further towards a tie now. Gplay really working to push this one in their advantage. Kassad, are you back with us?
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I don't know if it's working now. Probably not.
Yeah, we've still got that bit of a high-pitched sound going on. Not sure what the issue is causing that, but I'll let you work on that for just a little bit longer. Right now, we've got this second round. We've got this next round underway very strongly as Bubble's holding mid, and just on the other side of Xbox, we've got 3 members pushing through those mid doors. They smoke off CT, and they are going to begin a push until a wonderful flash holds them back. They're going for the pincer move here onto B site. Just going to try to rush out as best as they can, but they're being held down very tightly by Dreamer with the 3K. Bubble gets a kill, and NKL helping out as well. Gplay not losing any members there as they're able to bring the score up to 6-6. Making this game much closer than it had been, and they're going to start giving Team Rock a bit more of a run for their money on this map that was Team Rock's choice in the first place. So if Team Rock are able to take this map and the next one, obviously, as best of 3s work, then they'll make it a nice, quick best of 3 for themselves. But Gplay not wanting to let that happen easily. Bubble taking an aggressive stance on Cat, and he's going to pay for it as Zen drops him there. And it's a 5v4 now in favor of Gplay, or in favor of Team Rock, rather, as the bomb still has not made any real decisions yet. We haven't seen much aggression from Team Rock towards B site right now, or yet this game rather. But NKL is going to get the kill onto Zen. It's going to be a 4v4 match right now, as each team getting those trades, and Botso with a wonderful op shot onto Spy Leader. 3v4 in favor of Team Rock as the bomb makes its way through long doors. Victor gonna have to do his best to hold this by himself, and he gets the first kill. Wonderful spray from that M4, puts down some real damage onto 2 other players before finally dropping himself by the hands of Bodito. And Botso, though, sitting up on Cat, watching to make sure that nobody's going to try to come in for that retake. Dreamer, the last man standing. His best bet would likely be just to sit back and save, but he gets Razy by surprise there, and with this nade, brings down Bodito to 49 health. Not quite enough to drop him, but the great AK spray, oh my gosh, with the headshot onto Bodito and the kill onto Botso. Wonderful retake there by Dreamer. Great spray control, as Gplay is going to take this 7-6. Rock got the plant there, so financially they'll be decent, but man, that was a phenomenal spray and a wonderful retake for Gplay. Team Rock really going to have to put their foot down if they want to hold on to this lead that they had early on. And man, that spray just has my mind spinning right now. That was a great job taking back that site and getting that bomb defused. But right now, an early pick from NKL gets a second kill as well. Bodito, though, responding with 2 himself before Spy Leader drops in. Quick exchange of frags here as Bodito sitting up top. Man, great headshots here from Bodito. Wonderful control of that AK. It's suddenly a 1v1. Just only 20 seconds into this round so far, so early frags, large group of them. Bodito does not have the bomb in view, but he does catch out Dreamer, knows right where he's at, but Dreamer knows that this frag could do it, and the Kobe brings him down to only 6 health, but Bodito gonna sneak around that smoke, trying to get that one-shot AK spray to use, and Dreamer making the call to run over to B site so that if the bomb goes down, he'll at least know it's on A, but Bodito taking that bomb cat, he's gonna be safe to at least get the plant. That's a pretty long route for Dreamer to take there. Not sure why he didn't just drop back through those mid doors and go through CT, but Bodito watching for it and gets the spray, 6 health in a dream, and he makes that dream come true as Team Rock takes the 14th round in their advantage. Man, great shots from both sides there. Very quick kills early on, but Bodito able to secure that round in favor of Team Rock. So 7-7. We'll see if they're able to yeah, sorry about that. We'll see if they're able to take... We'll see which team, rather, is able to take this 8th round in their advantage. It's a very close first half, so the second half is going to be very exciting. Whoever gets that first pistol round is definitely going to give themselves a great advantage if they can hold on to the typical 3-round setup, winning after the pistol. But we did see Team Rock stop Gplay from making that happen the first half, so it wouldn't be too much of a surprise if that exact same setup happened yet again. Right now, the bomb pushing its way through mid, deciding if it wants to go cat or B, and again, Team Rock does not seem very fond of B this game. They've been all over that A site, and so it would be a bit of a surprise if they actually decided to make their way through B tons. But right now, Razy pushing out very aggressively through mid doors, trying to see if anybody's going to be peeking out, and with Botso pushing up through cat, they're trying to get those information reads to see which of these sites would be the better one to take. Botso pre-firing this corner, trying to see if anybody's on site, if he can get any damage out down onto them. But as they push their way through mid doors, NKL does get dropped, and Botso sitting back watching that smoke for anybody to push through to try to put some damage on from behind. Dreamer the only one able to drop anybody so far, but he's quickly brought down himself. Botso making sure that rotate won't happen without some sort of challenge, and he's able to grab the kill on Bubble, and almost finally does get the kill on Victor as well. 8th round in favor of Team Rock. First half is very close, but Team Rock's going into the second half with the advantage, 7-8, and we'll get the second half underway. Whoever's able to take this first pistol round is going to put themselves a bit above the other team here, and Spy Leader trying to get that early headshot damage down onto Team Rock with that Glock. Not going to be too much from that distance, but and every little bit helps early on, especially whenever you're just using Glocks and USPS and such. So Razy, the one to actually take that first kill for Team Rock here early on, holding those T's back as the bomb is over towards B site. And right now, both still getting very aggressive, pushing through up into upper tons. And he's about to come face to face with Dreamer, but he turns towards lower tons, and Dreamer's going to get him from the side. A 4v4 now for this pistol round. Evenly matched. We'll see who's able to get the advantage on this entry. Right now, there's only one man standing on B site, and that's Flashy, who's still watching mid. So counter-terrorists are pretty well spread out as the bomb makes its way through lower tons and is likely going to be coming out from mid here. Making its way through CT. Actually, Victor and Dreamer both going to be going up Cat to try to get that entry, but Bodito doing everything he can to keep that from happening, and Dreamer coming out, though, with that Glock, dropping Razy, and quickly turning over towards Bodito back and Goose, who's going to get 2 great shots, 3 great shots, goodness gracious, putting that P250 to use, all headshots, and Team Rock taking the first round of the second half, and they're going to extend their lead that much further. But we'll see if they're able to hold on to this, or if Gplay is going to be able to stop them just as well as they did to Gplay. Gplay going for the armor buy-up, so they're going to be pretty strongly matched here with this second round. So if they can stop this, Team Rock is going to find themselves in a pretty rough spot financially, and they're going to be forced to save for probably 2 more rounds after this, so Gplay will have a chance to even things out. Razy going with that frag entry and then coming out with that SMG, gets that first kill, though, very aggressive and very well done as Bodito picks up the kill on Bubble as well. 5v3 right now. NKL, Spy Leader, and Victor are going to have their work cut out for them. The bomb is moving out onto A site right now. They may be able to get this plant here. Spy Leader popping up and getting a great headshot onto Zen, and they do get the plant, so that can be considered a successful save round for the terrorists, as that money is going to be huge for them coming up. Flashy jumping up with the Pro 90 and getting that, getting that kill. Victor watching to see Victor saving that FAMAS, rather, backing up. He's got the armor, they got the plant, they got what they needed. That's the big deal here. They did lose the round, but financially, they're going to be much better off than if they hadn't been able to get that plant down at all. And with that FAMAS in the hands of Victor, if they buy up those Tech 9s and armor again, then they can make a very effective entry onto one of these sites, and they're going to be doing just that with the CZs and the Tech 9s. They've got the armor buy-up as well, but we see a couple of members being fast-catted here up to watch for that early aggressive rush from those Tech 9s. Victor, though, coming out with that FAMAS, and he's going to get dropped early on by Razy, so that was their biggest gun, as Bodito is able to get the kill onto NKL as well. And this buy-up may have been a bad decision for them at this point, because if they're not able to actually secure this, then Gplay is going to find themselves stuck again, money-wise, but Bubble coming very aggressive with that Tech 9, picking up a kill. It's a 3v4, so very doable, but Zen steps out with that M4, drops Bubble, as Dreamer trying to put that Tech 9 to as much use as possible, putting down some decent damage with it, but not grabbing a kill. Zen seeing that he's going to be coming face-to-face with a member of Gplay, and he's able to pick up that kill as Zen finishes it off. 11-7 now, as that 18th round goes in favor of Team Rock. So great shots.
Josh, I'm back, man.
Oh, good.
I'm
Sorry.
back. The sound of doom. Is it
There we
there?
are. No, it is gone, and I
It's
can
gone.
now end my tangent and take a second to breathe. So, have you been watching the game?
Yeah, what I could, but I see now that Rock is in the advantage, and they won the CT pistol, right? Am I correct?
Yes, Rock did take.
So
the
yeah,
second
that's a good thing for them. I mean, on the CT side, you always want to win the CT pistols. Basically, if you have like 6 or 7 rounds on the T side and you win the CT pistol, you have like 70% chance to actually win the map nowadays. So they started very well. I don't understand the last buy from Gplay. It was very confusing, but now they have guns again and they're pushing B side and a nice entry kill. So maybe they can come back into this.
Yeah, that was definitely what they needed. Zen's trying to check up over the smoke right now, but if he's not careful, then he's going to get caught out by Spy Leader, who's watching at the door there. But Gplay may finally be getting around here. And Team Rock, they know that they can afford to save this, so they're just going to sit back in CT and hope to get some picks through that smoke.
Yeah, I mean, they lost the B side completely at the first 15 seconds because there was no smoke on the B pulse. And you always want to smoke immediately, especially if you want to have a close combat with that P90. You need to close that off and just throw a second one after the first and then throw flash or maybe Molotov. Especially, I mean, you need to have all these grenades if you won the first 3 rounds. I mean, you should have money and you should spend money on that. Don't buy helmets, buy just Kevlars without helmets and maybe save for a smoke or something and then go for that B defense. he was just in that right corner without smoke, and the first guy just checked him out and killed him. So it was like an easy round for Gplay simply because of that mistake.
Exactly, but now we see Flashy pulling out that Scar, and so we'll see if he's able to put that auto sniper to use. But if it drops and ends up in the hands of Gplay, then that could definitely be some bad news for them. But early on here, we see the decoys going down mid. The bomb right now pushing through B, or is about to be pushing through B, rather, with 4 members.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Gplay
B
moving
split.
with it.
Sorry to cut you off, but it's gonna be B split with that horrible smoke for B split, but it's still working for them, and it's a clean entry to the side because there is only 2 guys left. When you go for the B split, you always want to go and peek on the middle and then throw the smoke, not just the standard smoke, because when you throw the standard smoke, he kind of bounces off for the first fall, then in the wall, and then into the ground, and then once more, and that kind of calls the rotation from the CTs. But Team Rock didn't really react to that, and they left 2 guys on B, 1 on the middle, 1 on the B, and it was a clean entrance to the B side from Gplay. And now they are back in the game. Now they have money. Now they have momentum back, and they can bring this map back to them.
Exactly, and they're trying to drop those guns out of the hand of Team Rock, since they know that these 2 wins in a row are going to put Rock in a rough spot with their money. So they weren't able to do so. They actually lost NKL in the process, so they decided to back off and let Razy and Bodito save those guns. But we're pausing the match for just a second at the request of Team Rock here, as all members seem to be fine as far as ping is concerned, but we'll see if they're able to secure whatever issues they're having. But they do see that Gplay just won those 2 rounds in a row, so they may need to take a second to back up and regroup and think about this plan, because if Gplay continues this steamroll, they're not out of this game by any means. I mean, they're only 2 rounds behind right now.
Definitely not. I mean, I'm looking at the scoreboard and I see Flashy. I mean, I think he's their best player. I mean, most experienced, and overall, he should be their best player. He's really struggling with 5 kills and 14 deaths, and he is in the bottom of the scoreboard. And when your best player is struggling and you are still leading, I think you are doing well, but he needs to step it up, and they need to play as a team. And now, when there is a pause, they need to think about the next moves and how they're going to react to this B pressure from the Gplay. I mean, the normal thing would be to actually get the AWP and try to pick somebody in the first 5 or 10 seconds, or maybe smoke double doors and then boost behind those doors and try to get the entry kill there. And if there is nobody there, just boost 2 people on short and go for the pick from that side and try to actually do something, because they're falling behind and with the default setup, and it's not really working for them, and they're losing rounds, and you need to react before it's too late.
Exactly, and getting up and getting aggressive like that, it worked for them on T side. And so if they're able to secure those same types of kill here on those kills here,
it's very different when you play the T side default and the CT side default, because on the T side you can just sit back, let the CTs use their smokes, all their flashes, just reveal their information and their whereabouts, and then based on that information you can make your play. And on the CT side you can't really stay in the default setup, because you will be figured out, and there is some decent reactions on that default setups.
Man, Razy with a great spray there starting off, getting those 2 kills, but instant response. Man, Victor just spraying that AK and turning. Bodito, though, getting aggressive, pushing up here onto Cat. Oh, we got those sounds coming from you again, Kassad, for just a second there. I don't know if it's feedback or what, but yeah, Bodito able to actually get a kill there, bringing it to a 1v2. And he's going to be making his way through CT towards B, but they're flashing, doing everything that they can to keep him from pushing too far up. Dreamer expecting him to push forward, though, and getting ready to come in from behind as he pushes his way through tons, actually looking towards T-spawn right now. So trying to catch him out whatever angle he comes in, but he decides it's the smarter route just to back up. They know that they're in the lead right now, and so they can sort of afford to give this round up, but Bodito takes that kill, or takes 1 kill, and then just decides to back up and save it.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with this, but I'm kind of hoping it's better now. But again, round for Gplay, and it was a very decent round. I mean, for the Rock, they went aggressive on the short. They picked up 2 kills, but the follow-up was very bad for them, and Victor picked up 2 or 3 kills, and basically finish that round. But now they're buying again, and the last round was kind of semi-full. And I mean, it's not really bad because they lost. They need to just pick up this one, and they are having AWP on the middle and going for that aggressive pick, which is a very nice thing. But Razy gets picked up on the long by Victor. And
yeah, great shot from Victor, but
nice reaction,
man, yeah, Bodito responding there with those 2 kills as Botso picks up one at the Zop as well. With only Spy Leader and Dreamer left standing, they're going to have to make some difficult choices here. Dreamer grabs that op right now, and if they want to try to get onto one of these sites, then they're going to have to get some good picks together. Flashy, though, getting very aggressive, already almost up near T-spawn. But as Bodito steps up on Cat, he gets the kill onto Spy Leader. Last man standing is Dreamer with that op. He does get the first kill, but Zen knows that he's going to be reloading that op, so he rushes him and is able to pick up the kill onto Dreamer. So 10-12 now for Team Rock as Team Rock finally stops that snowball from Gplay.
Yeah, very nice reactionary picks from Team Rock on middle and on the B side. I couldn't really see because I was dealing with this other stuff. Anyway, nice round for them. They just need to keep it up because there is not lots of money for the Gplay, and if they manage to win this round, then Gplay would be probably on equal. To win this round, then Gplay would be a 14th round for Team Rock. So very important round.
Rock was able to secure that steamroll that Gplay had going on, but early on here, NKL's dropping, but easy. So it's going to be a 4v4 now with the bomb pushed over towards A site. It's going to be coming through long, but Bodito dropped down that Molotov at the be a difficult retake for them if they can play it right, but Victor doing well enough to get a kill, but it's now a 1v1 as Botso getting that kill onto Spy Leader. Now has to just watch that smoke for Victor to peek through. Victor trying to get that AK shot, jumps up top and gets the headshot onto Botso. Great gameplay from Victor there, not peeking that corner again.
Yeah, at the end I think Botso should just fall back to the CT spawn and just not give that angle to Victor because he was too far pushed up and lots of angles for Victor to actually catch him, and he did just that. And it was a small but important mistake, and now they're echoing and the money is back on the T side, and it's gonna be an interesting map after all.
Yeah, Gplay actually able to push back into this. It looked pretty concerning as Rock had pushed their lead really far ahead, but Gplay is going to make them work for it. Dreamer sitting at a really good spot behind this column. Man, Flashy steps right into his crosshairs and is dropped. So it's a 5v4 now. Gplay with they need every bit of a lead that they can get here. The bomb right now making its way toward mid doors, and Victor making sure that there's nobody watching. And from CT spawn side, there isn't anybody. So they could have a pretty clean entry here if they play their cards right. And Victor coming up from behind. Botso's going to be taken by surprise here as he's staring at Tons.
Удивлюсь. Я рассчитывал на то, что
Razy dropping as well. Zen, the last man standing here in mid, and he has no reason to save anything, so he's just going to watch, try to get a lucky shot there through mid. Not able to secure it, though. Spy Leader drops him, bringing it 12-12.
So from what I saw in this map on the CT side for Rock is they basically, whenever they let go of the middle and the short and the B holes, they always lose a round. And whenever they are going aggressively on the middle and on the short, they win a round. So maybe they should be aggressive on the middle more because it's working for them. I'm surprised they don't see that.
Yeah, and right now, as we begin this 23rd, I'm sorry,
положение именно для команды Рок. С одной стороны, им нельзя вообще упускать. Будут уходить или к одной команде, или к второй. Возможно, даже будут допы. Ну, тут, наверное, много нам скажет экономика. В общем, если защита сейчас сольет, это будет уже 14-12. И будут уходить или к одной команде, или к второй. Возможно, даже будут допы. Ну, тут, наверное, много нам скажет экономика. В общем, если защита сейчас сольет, это будет уже 14-12. И Б. Бомба раздефана. И это 13-2 за защитой. Вот что мне нравится, так это Кэтбой. Спасибо тебе за то, что угадал исход раунда после счета 12-12, а именно 13-12. Все-то думали, гадали. Какой же будет счет?